Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new around here, I am Maya Rivers and this is The Truth Behind the Reel, where we discuss the life lessons found in film that can be applied to your life for personal development and growth. Today is going to be all about Black is King and Beyonce and how we can get information like the Queen Bee herself so that you are able to slay your dreams the Beyonce way. So stay tuned because you do not want to miss this. Black is King stars and features the music of Beyonce and is narrated with the poetry of Wassan Shayer, who was featured on Beyonce's heart-healing visual album Lemonade, which is one of my favorite albums. It's the rare album that I can listen to from start to finish without skipping any of the songs because that's how beautiful of a story it tells. With a blend of folkloric and Afrofuturist elements, this film creates a visual experience that celebrates Africa and the diaspora with stunning cinematography and an epic narrative. Black is King took us through the journey of the loss and recovery of one's self-identity while gifting us with the imagery of spiritual and cultural traditions from all sides of Africa. Beyonce left no stone unturned when she planned this video to ensure that proper representation was utilized. She also employed the expertise of many of Africa's top talents in music, fashion, and art to bring us the story that was visually stunning, musically fresh, and culturally accurate. So just a little backstory about The Lion King. Growing up, it was one of my favorite movies because I am a first-generation African from Liberia to be exact. So being able to see a movie about Africa as a kid was awesome. And it was always my dream, even back then, to see the story of The Lion King as told by African people and not African animals. So infused with African customs and tradition, our gods and goddesses being called by their real names and ancestors being revered, I just personally want to thank Beyonce for being the vessel to bring this to life. I thought this was a beautiful display of Africa in all of its diversity and all of its uniqueness, all of its depth and all of its glory is what Black is King was and what Beyonce gave us. So thank you for showcasing what Africa was and what it could be, because even more so now than ever, that narrative is needed. A narrative that uplifts another, breathes life into the other, and nourishes their soul. So again, thank you. So unfortunately, I'm not surprised by some of the backlash. I mean, here we have a gorgeous, curvy Black woman displaying not just her own strength and power, but the strength and power of a continent that has been beaten, brutalized, and pillaged of its people and land. I mean, generations of birthrights just stolen. It's herstory, it's her story, and it's all of our stories. And the hate of it only adds to the importance of it. Black is King is streaming now on Disney Plus and is a 1.5-hour delight full of color, Afro beats, and laid edges. Beyonce did that as usual, but can I just say that Beyonce has been leading by example? She already told us in 2016 to get into formation, and yet some of us are still struggling to keep up. Now, I'm not saying you need to be Beyonce, because that's her lane. I'm saying to be the Beyonce of your lane. See, Beyonce as a verb is focused. She's motivated, driven, and fierce. Beyonce always reminds us that we are the magician of our lives, born with the tools to succeed. And of course, that when you stay consistent and put in the hard work, you will succeed. We hold the keys, but sometimes we forget that we do. Which is why in today's video, I'm going to give you 4 Beyonce approved keys that will help you to make your dreams come true. Now, I know I'm not the only one who has felt completely lost when it comes to the future and what it holds, especially now. Well, one of the things I do to combat that is to conjure a vision for my life. So that is the first key that we're going to discuss, because conjuring a vision for your life is the first key to finding your way back to your purpose. So before we can even begin to put in the work towards our vision, we need to have an idea of what that vision is and what we'd like to accomplish. Many times, most of our visions are these grand, big, and even foggy, unclear ideas that makes it really difficult to know where to even begin, which is why this first key is crucial. You must conjure your vision. You must conjure your vision by asking yourself what is important to you and what matters the most in your life. Okay, so here's something that I learned from my own personal experience. Your answer to what matters in your life won't be perfect at first. and that is okay. Conjuring your life and determining its course will take time and deep reflection. You need to cultivate vision and perspective while applying practicality. It's a balance of your heart and your mind. You'll start to know you're getting closer when it resonates with your truest values and highest ideas, as well as makes you really excited with joy at the thought of what your life is to come. That is what you call vision. It can be scary, invoking your deepest desires, but if you don't dive deep into your own vision, you're only going to allow for other people and circumstances to direct the course of your life. As you're thinking of what matters in your life, consider every aspect of your life, such as family, friends, significant other, finances, health, career, spirituality, fun, and so forth. Give yourself permission to dream as big as you need to and focus on all the things you want for yourself, not what others expect of you. This is the vision for your life. Remember that. Key number 2 is to write out your vision into small, achievable goals, like kind of bite size, because this will allow you to see your progress more clearly as you begin to put in the work. So in the beginning, refrain from putting pressure on yourself by adding a hard deadline to your goals, which can lead to potential feelings of failure. Instead, remain flexible and in tune with your work and lifestyle so that you can find a balance of what kind of output you're able to produce. So observe yourself and take note of the time and effort you're able to practically commit to your goals. All right, so there are standards, and then there's perfection paralysis, as I like to call it. No, actually, this is a legit thing. Google it. So avoid getting stuck in a holding pattern, waiting for the perfect time to take action on your goals. Take small, consistent steps each day that contribute to the bigger picture, your vision. By doing so, you will increase your happiness and motivation while also getting work done. So continue to track your progress, which will remind you of how far you've come in achieving your goals. Track, track, track. Even as we're tracking, sometimes we can give up because we're unaware of how close we actually are to success and forget how much we've actually done. So when you write down the small goals and victories, that can be a reward in itself. But let me tell you why this third key is my favorite. So if we take it a step further, we all want to be successful in accomplishing our dreams and our goals. It's these visions that put meaning into our lives. It gives us something to strive for and hope for. But have you started working towards your goal and over time you feel like it's just too much of a dream or too big to achieve? Or have you ever experienced the feeling that you've spent so long trying to achieve this dream and goal, but you've gotten absolutely nowhere with it? Well, you are definitely not alone in this. It's human nature to condemn our poor performance in our minds and call it guilt, shame, and feel disappointed, which only leaves us feeling ready to give up on our dreams and goals. This is why it's important to acknowledge and celebrate said small yet significant victories. Otherwise, we end up diminishing our motivation, and motivation is what keeps us going. However, there is a secret that you can use that will help you achieve your goals. And that secret is why this third key to making your dreams come true is my favorite. And that is to celebrate your success and your small victories. We must shift our mindset to realize that our big goals aren't going to happen overnight. It won't happen in a week or maybe even next year, and that is okay. We tend to focus on the end goals rather than the small and significant steps that take us to that goal. So here's the thing with motivation. We get unmotivated because we're unsure of how far we must travel in order to reach our goals. We sometimes blindly believe that the goal is still so far away when it could actually be right around the corner. Something we'll never know if you give up. And real talk, sometimes it's a lot easier to not try than to get that feeling of disappointment, which sucks. But I cannot stress how important it is to make sure you celebrate your small victories along the way. Acknowledging your wins will give you a sense of pride that will push you to go further towards your next achievement. Celebrate your successes, big and small, because that is what will help to keep you going and prevent you from getting burnt out. You know what? Drop some suggestions below on how you celebrate your success, because I want to hear it. I need some ideas. So somewhere between conjuring your vision and celebrating your success, you're going to need some help to accomplish it all. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, then go together. Which is why key number 4 is to build a community of like-minded allies. No one, and I mean no one, has accomplished anything meaningful and has done it by themselves. Whether it was an accountability partner, a thought partner, a support system, or a team of professionals, we all need a little assistance to achieve our greatness. So never be afraid to ask for help when you need it. You'll be surprised at who's rooting for your success. Beyonce was one of 8 directors for Black is King, which also featured 3 co-directors, 5 writers, 4 editors, 12 cinematographers, 4 production designers, 2 costume designers, 8 composers, and a cast so large their names would likely take up the entire length of this video. To say the least, Black is King was a team effort. So remember, as you're making your dreams come true, it takes a village. Alright, so I think you're ready to start making your dreams come true. It's as simple as conjuring your visions, making them into small, achievable, bite-sized goals, celebrating your victories, and building a community. All of these keys are approved and have been tested by the Queen Bee herself, so I dare you to try them out for 6 months consistently and see what happens. Have you watched Black is King yet? What was your favorite song from the film? Mine was "You're the Key to the Kingdom." So drop yours below in the comments. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to this channel and please like this video. So thank you for spending your time with me. Once again, I am Maya Rivers and this has been The Truth Behind the Real. Until next time.